Yo, yo, yo. Live direct in effect, Oklahoma City bound to D-Town. Knowledge is key. ID General, Dirty Mackin. What's happening?
Yo, it's the biz
What,
now is.
what's the bitch? Nice. Today's episode, we got Martin Luther King's dream. Is it relevant in 2023? The Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech.
Happy solar rising to the late great Martin Luther King. You know,
Right
there will
off
be
the
a lot of
top.
people. Yeah, there will be a lot of people doing parades, celebrations. Once again, I look at it as another day, you know, next to Christmas and all other days, they split up. And we asking, you know, many years later in 2023, is Martin Luther King's dream relevant? Like, did he continue to press? I'm gonna start off with the good, me myself, and then I'm also gonna get to the other end of this later on. But I'm first gonna say yes, it has worked because we will say freedom of speech has gotten out of hand now, but you know, in those days, you have the stories of Emmett Till, where his family was he's seen him be dragged out of a house, and they were scared to speak on what happened. You know, in 2023, you know, people are accused of snitching on each other. There's all kind of different words and definitions they throw out here. But in those days, if somebody dragged a person outside of your house and they look different than you couldn't even speak on that. So I'm gonna say, as far as freedom of speech, or freedom is what people could say, because some people would have said at that time Martin Luther crashed out. Like, he knew his true words could get him sacrificed or could get him taken out. So I'm gonna first of all say happy solar return to that man, because he was one of those who knew his path. And regardless of what people thought he should or shouldn't do, he just did exactly what he felt like he should do. So, you know, he's became a legend that will always exist here. So I gotta say happy solar return to the late great Martin Luther King.
I can dig that. Well, this gas will blow your chest up though. Real spit, man. Happy birthday to the late great Martin Luther King. Solar Return Day. It's a national holiday. It's been recognized as a national holiday. And although he was a tremendous leader in the African American community, I don't agree with most of the methods. Me personally, I think the civil rights movement was disenfranchisement to African American business, and it damaged the community way more than it helped. ID Jen, man, what's going on, man?
What's the business, man?
That's my player partner right there, man. For
Wait,
real.
well, you know, tomorrow MLK. I'm gonna get off the subject a little bit. Now, you know, the Cowboys play tomorrow night. You know, Monday Night Football wild card game against Tom Brady, and I'm just gonna let everybody know, I guarantee the Cowboys victory, man, on MLK Day. And this is not a dream. This is reality.
It's reality.
But anyway, but anyway, but MLK, I think his dream, I think some of his dream, I guess it prophesies today's times. One thing I say about Martin Luther King, I respect. I felt he had a superpower, and his superpower was like, just imagine you walking down the street, people walking behind you, man. That's just power, and somebody can hit you in the face, and you don't even react to it. Because I ain't gonna lie, you hit me in our face, we're gonna tear the streets up, man.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Because you know I'm kind of eye for eye type dude. But all that, I mean, you're gonna hit me and slap me down and piss on me, and I'm gonna turn my cheek. Nah. So I respect MLK for that. Yeah. But MLK, it's a beautiful day, man. A lot of folks is off. Hey, I have a dream.
Hey, what more do do we need to say? And I have a dream speech. Knowledge, man. What you think about the Martin Luther King speech? Do you think it's relevant today in 2023, or do you think it's more of an illusion?
All right, so I played the other side. So now I got to play the real, the other
The
side of it.
devil's advocate. You're the devil's
Yeah,
advocate. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta play it off top. So I look back at those times. There's a lot of conspiracies out there that Martin Luther King actually lived. That Jesse Jackson he backed up. He knew he was gonna get shot before he got shot. They all in the back of they on a hotel balcony. These guys standing out here with him, but they end up getting away from him, and he ended up getting shot. So with all these conspiracies, they also say he lived and he got suffocated. There's some nurses saying he got suffocated in the hospital. For anybody out there, just go research. Martin Luther King gets suffocated in hospitals. It's nurses that actually say that man was still living at the hospital. So at the end of the day, we have some sacrificial lambs, I think, that pushes an agenda of fear. Something wants men to die as long as you die in the hood. As long as you die in the hood, as long as you beefing with niggas, if you die for that type of reason, that's cool. But don't ever die for a cause. You're the sacrificial lamb. What the hell are you doing? Don't die for a cause, but go out there and give your life to any foolishness. Like, don't build these classes of women that we talking about. Don't say the things that trigger them to actually make her a better woman. Don't tell her the truth. Just say what it takes to get in her drawers. A lot of the certain things that elements that we have come with has made this coochified of a reality. We on here on YouTube, you can't even say certain things for the algorithms. You say certain things, they're gonna say, hey, no, hey, get back in order. You know what I'm saying? Like it creates a mechanism of fear amongst people, of fear to be real. Like, it's time, Martin Luther King was speaking from. He did that. I don't agree either with the turn the other cheek thing. I mean, hey, that's cold blooded right there, brother. You know what I'm saying? People spraying you with water. You spray me with a water hose right there. Okay, like, and it's crazy because it was a man in upstate New York that actually sprayed a lady sleep outside on his porch with a rock. He kept telling her move. He's spraying her like a dog. Hey man, yeah, first thing I say, man, you gotta give respect, man. I don't know, what do y'all think? Anybody free up in time, which one of y'all think that there has been a huge change on MLK Day, like 2023? What do you see him living his life? What has happened after he gave his life? Would you be proud or are you not proud? If this was you in that situation and you gave your life for whatever you thought, and you say, hey man, I didn't gave y'all the reins to run, but the schools are gonna be the school system that they choose to have now. You're not gonna know your language, you're not gonna know your true history or nothing. You jumped into that school system, you jumped into that fire. So now what are we gonna do? What do y'all think it was left at?
Man, I'll grab the mic real quick, man. Like I said, me personally, all the civil rights movement did was disenfranchise African American businesses. We had our own railroad stations, grocery stores. Now integration, we're integrated when we can come in and get our money. They can come in and get our money, but we're not integrated when it comes in forms of being treated equally, statistically speaking. So this whole freedom of speech thing is an illusion, because you can say it, but it has dire consequences if you say the wrong thing. And it's also this an illusion of African Americans have reached equality or something, or we have changed the current situation or the magnitude of the master to slave relationship. And that's not the case. So constantly we're in this elusive state to where we're not even we're having times staying grounded in reality and hallucinations. Basically, this is the whole population as a whole. Oh, we're free. Freedom is in the mind and in the spirit and all that good stuff. But yet we still come to these people for everything: healthcare, education, jobs, housing, medicine. So they control the narrative. So, and also in the African American culture, I think this is the only culture where they're pushing this multicultural, you know, conglomerate, because they often like to say we're the biggest consumers on the planet, which is a slap in the face. You have the production level, then you have the distribution level. First is the investment. You invest in a product and you distribute it to the consumers. So the consumers were at the fourth stage. We didn't invest in a production level or distribution. So all we can buy is retail. Ha 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 ha. You paid 4 times what the price is originally worth. So there's no such thing as black economics. It's like, can we come together? 46 million African Americans, can we come together and put $10 a piece up for the betterment of African American affairs? What's stopping us coming together is that because possibly the nationality issue. African American doesn't tie you into being. It doesn't tie you into a nation. Being black doesn't tie you into a nation. So when you do the ancestral DNA or look at the Cherokee Nation or the Indian tribes, they come together under one banner to the federal government and they get their reparations. California, right now, they're in the process of giving African Americans maybe $265,000 reparations. So it should be big time. It's not only money, it's in the mind as well as the spirit, because we have been psychologically damaged to the point to where we think we're the enemy, whoever the enemy is. That's my little piece on it. ID Jen, what you got for me, brother? On your whole situation
Sometimes,
after Martin Luther King, man. What's just
sometimes freedom ain't free, and freedom sometimes come with a price. But in this age where we talking about free speech and what people think, I think speak your mind. But when you speak in your mind or whatever your truth is, sometimes it might not be agreeable to certain people. So you have to stand on what you're speaking on. So I feel like you said, like kind of what you were saying about censorship and all that. Why censor something if somebody really feels deep in their heart, they have a belief about something, you respect it, or what they say, check it. But if I try to agree with everybody or disagree with everybody in the world, I probably wouldn't get anywhere. So when you speak or whatever you stand on, like I said, stick to it. And Martin Luther King, he stood by exactly what he said. Like we were saying earlier, if he got slapped in the face, he would just eat that. Versus like Malcolm X. Malcolm X said, "Hey, you throw a stone at me, I'm throwing one back with a slingshot."
Yeah.
But freedom of speech right now, today's times, it's really an illusion and it's limited, because as long as we saying something bad about, we'll say, the black race, they'll promote that and put that at the top of the list. But soon I get on something real deep, all of a sudden I get a bad connection. My stuff fade now, my page getting ripped down. Or if I say something about a certain sex or race, they gonna ban me. What they call it? They canceling folks. But it seems like they always cancel the wrong people, but they don't ever cancel the right people. And like KK was saying earlier, we weren't about who snitching, and we weren't about who doing this and that. Or like I was saying earlier, I'm talking about the Cowboys. We know more about the Cowboys than some of us know about our own family. And I think it's ridiculous. I can tell you about LeBron James stats, but I can't tell you 5 things about my own self. But I know everything about LeBron James, what's going on in his household. But I can't even clean my own backyard up. And then you got people trying to control, you have people trying to control everything. These dudes can't even control their own kids. And then you got nowadays you got leaders trying to be followers trying to be leaders. A lot of people are out of pocket. And then like me and Dirk was having a conversation earlier, you got guys who got all the advice in the world, but they haven't accomplished anything. You know, you got all the advice in the world, but you haven't done anything. I mean, when I check the boxes, man, it's like one box. You got one box checked, and the other four is blanks. You know, but the whole MLK thing is a beautiful thing. But it's got to be bigger than MLK. I feel like Marcus Garvey should have his own day. I feel like some of my partners in the neighborhood who don't, we'll say good fathers. I think we should have like a good father day where the good fathers, not a Father's Day, but a good Father's Day. Because, you know, being a father or parent is a thankless job. We should get a day for that. I think certain people in our neighborhoods, they should get a day. Who's some other guys that should get days? It's other guys should get days besides MLK. MLK just paved the way. I think Obama should have his own day. And it ain't all black leaders. It could be other racial leaders should have their own day. I think Gaddafi should have his own day. You know, because we hear about the bad side about these people, but something they did or said was good too. But then you got certain races, they get put on a pedestal for all the great thing they did, but a lot of them got blood on their hands, if that makes sense.
Real talk.
You know, do your research, and then do your research. Yeah, they got a lot of blood on their hands.
Hard blood on that mind.
But I can go on and on and on. You know, hey, I feel like I need my own day.
Why not?
You know?
They say the book of Luke, the book of John. Why not the book of IDG? Shit. Why not?
But I always tell everybody, though. Well, I only had the book of IDN. My bad. I only had the book of IDGN because I still have a little bit of work to do. Because the story is really impeccable, but I gotta get the ending right. It got to end just right.
Yeah.
You know, right now the script is all over the place. I don't know if I should start the habitat, I start here, I start there, you know, whatever. You know, but like you were saying earlier, though, man, sometimes your own enemy is, you look in the mirror, that's your own enemy sometimes.
Man, that's sometimes the biggest enemy.
And you got to have laser focus to get the results that you're really trying to get. Sometimes you got to isolate yourself. Sometimes you got to be bored just to get to where you're trying to get. It ain't all about the glamour, the glitz, the lights, and all blah, blah, blah. It ain't all about that all the time. You know, sometimes you got to miss that party. Sometimes you can't. You know, a lot of times we be trying to be everywhere, but we don't be nowhere.
There we go.
Oh, he didn't make it to the hood party. He didn't do this and that. Sometimes it ain't about that all the time. I can't make everything. You can make the hood party, but you could make your son's basketball game.
Yeah.
For 1 hour. Just for 1 hour. But you make all the hood events.
Real shit. So we always in the
But how's sounding one song? Blah, blah, blah. Talk is cheap, nigga.
Taylor.
All right, real shit. Knowledge, man. I know, appreciate that insight, IDG, man. That's that free game right there, man. Y'all better take
I got the rum and the freestyle.
Yeah.
Y'all pay me no mind.
Hey, that boy hit a lot of PowerPoint.
Hey, yeah, y'all better pull up at this
notepad,
man. Hey, straight right there.
That boy hit a lot of PowerPoints, man. I gotta first say that man, he hit some points. And when he say Marcus Garvey, I look at that and say, damn, like how many of us people really even know who Marcus Garvey is? You talking about a man that looked like you that knew every word in the dictionary in several different languages. This man could break down every word in the dictionary. And we really even talking about Martin Luther King, but not Marcus Garvey. Like, man, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because those that were effective are the ones that's going to be censored. Like, that's the way it is. Like, it's doctors out there saying right now, hey, man, something major is going on. Like, scientists, they you know, global warming, something is off-centered. The world is off its axis. They telling you this, that something's taking place. And what do people say? Nothing. So I look at it and say, before all of the Martin Luther King, before they made the man where he became very submissive, it was a state that there were a lot of men that weren't submissive. A lot of women that weren't submissive. They weren't this way. For somehow, the more comfortable we get with what we eat, what we drink, what we think, and let me not get there because I don't eat, for instance, it's just a hypothetical thing. I don't eat meat. So I say, but I might eat some Beyond Meat. So you know what I'm saying? So when I take that out of that package, what really am I eating if it's beyond meat? It's not meat, but it's beyond meat. Or it's
The
plant
Impossible
based.
Whopper.
You
The
know what I'm
Impossible
saying? The
Whopper.
Impossible Whopper. So what are you
Huh.
eating? At the end of the day, it comes in a box, in a bag. You don't know what's in there. And then some of the meat you eat, we know for a fact that they pumping steroids in it. They pumping dye where it's red. They making it look. It might be. This might be a year old meat. They froze a long time ago. It's brown. It didn't turn black. They pump some of their red stuff in it. You no longer know what you eating. Like the water is constant sewage from people boo-booing and flushing. It go to the sewage, then it go to a system where they put all these chemicals in it, and then it come right back out your shower. And this is what you take in the shower in. You know, nobody know what they doing or what's going on. It's just an ignored thing. But can you in 2023 encourage the next person to start thinking critically? You know what I'm saying? With all this happened, if I was to look at Martin Luther King and that was my father, and I say, man, this new dude knew he was gonna die, but he knew it was certain things he had to say to people before he was murdered because he could feel the energy. So no doubt about it, Martin Luther King could feel the energy. So when you think about that and you think, man, look, I had real ancestors that knew that they ass was on, they was on the line and they still spoke up. So who am I to be quiet, or who am I not to activate the next person? Like, you know, it got to be millions of us now. It no longer can be one. Like, it got to be millions of us. So, you know, man, a lot that Jen spoke on, bro, I had to tap into that because it definitely made me, think about
Hey, KK.
What's up, God? What's
Let me ask you a quick question. Kyle said earlier, not to change your train of thought. So besides MLK and Marcus Garvey, who you think should have a day?
King Show, what up with you?
God
with you,
body.
baby? Happy MLK
God
Day.
body. There he in there. King Show that boy up in there. Yeah, we're going to have to let him speak. We're going to have to let him definitely touch on the MLK Day. But Jen,
you answered that.
What you said was deep. I'm going to tell you just how deep it goes. And just give me this 30 seconds because Dirty talk about, every boy K can't make it short. We're going to talk about the ancients, the ancestors. 30 seconds here. The ancients and ancestors. There are so many that their names are unknown. The Tuktuhamis, the medicine man. There's so many gods before us that we don't know and speak of. So I personally think it's not words, it's vibrations that are not being heard, mantras that are not being heard or understood. Just like we connecting from a cellular level tonight, right now, we might say Marcus Garvey. We're not even talking about Marcus Garvey. That's somebody else. So that's their piece. I can speak on that, man. Show what you got. What you got running for us?
Show.
Oh, we can't hear you, pimping. Hold on, what's going on? We having technical difficulties.
Yeah, bro, he got his mic muted, huh?
You got your mic muted. Turn your mic on.
I'm on.
There you go. We got the celebrity here in there now.
I am now.
Sometimes God gave me two ears and one mouth. I got to use what's best for me.
I can dig it.
Show.
Yeah.
What's going
on?
Doing?
Let's go.
Hey, I came in on the right time. Y'all talking about the meat, the food. I'm in them. I'm going ahead. Hey, y'all talking about
yeah. Put it in motion. Jeez.
Yeah, man, just
put it in motion.
Nah, man, don't
Mr.
do that.
Get live.
Yeah.
Like an ocean.
That I just Will him and his daughters. He brought him and his two daughters over here. We was over here kicking in and shit, drinking, catching up on time. I had a show with Trump Time last night, and I was supposed to go to Finesse.
I seen that.
I was supposed to go to headquarters. I was supposed to go to headquarters tonight, but JB he wasn't performing, so we just pumping this Gorilla.
Ain't you finna bring an artist? You finna bring an artist down here, ain't you? Who is it?
Yeah, we got Gorilla coming. Everybody
knows. Down back in effect, man. Hey, it's going down. Shit, you better believe it. Be there or be square. Shit.
Say Glorilla.
Yeah, what's
Oh
the
shit.
Hey, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Yeah, I already know going on.
in the
So
red
play
tights,
about
turkey in them headlights.
Hey,
Yeah,
real, hey, real, real that.
I'm
Yeah.
SINGLE. What you say,
Yeah.
single?
Hey,
You said,
Yeah,
hey,
for real.
fuck,
it's
nigga,
really,
For a
free.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
yeah,
telling you,
Shit,
let's
it's that a thing.
go. Hey,
yeah.
Rick
Policy,
going
go get the
hard, man.
policy. Hey, go check
Yeah.
out Jay policy. If you ain't got the policy, go check it out. Go check out
Hey,
the
hey,
policy,
show.
man. Fuck
Hey,
with
show.
it.
You know my boy gonna be there. Scale Drill.
Boy.
Scale Drill.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
said he
I
opening.
just heard. I
He told me
didn't
he
know who
opening.
was gonna be there. I mean,
I talked to him yesterday. He said he opening.
he opening for her. Well, hey, that's a big
He said
team.
he said him, JB, Glorilla, and whoever else on the ticket.
Listen, I got some more artists
You
on
know,
the ticket.
Scale Drill. That's my young partner. He on the rise.
Yeah,
Shout out to Scale Drill.
yeah, we got more people coming. I got Tom Tom and I got Will. I mean, come on, we bring the city out. Yeah.
Tom Lawden.
Bringing out the whole city.
Shout out to
Hey,
Tom.
man.
Oh, I forgot my bad. I got a special guest coming too. My boy Dirty. Stop playing from OKC, man.
Hey,
Hey, real shit.
Yeah, he
I
Yeah,
appreciate
already
damn, he
know.
done
Got
put him
that.
out there.
My word.
He
appreciate
already
Put
the
them
invite,
up.
he
man.
already know.
I appreciate my player
Yeah.
partners with the invite. Hey,
Real
man.
shit.
But back
Real
to
Hey,
it,
we
what
been
we
shit.
had you.
speaking about?
Hey,
Huh?
hey, tell the people, when did you get the invite?
I can't hear you.
Tell the people,
What is it, on the 31st?
when did I let you know? When did I invite you? Let the
Ah,
people know.
man. Yeah, man, you invited me, what was it, about 2 weeks ago or something?
Come on now.
You sent me the flyer? Hey, I'm telling you, you told me
Hey,
all
they
this.
just listen. They just finna start 12 o'clock. We get 70 spins on 97.9 and K104. So the first spin.
All right, straight up. I guess we
Real
link up,
talk.
man. Big show, King Show Entertainment, man. Glorilla, live
Hey,
direction effect.
hey, show, bro. Big question. Big question, God body.
I got
Big
a
question.
small answer for you. I got a small
Hey, real
answer.
talk. Let's hear that little bit ass answer then. Right here we go. Like real talk. So we talking about 2023 we in. You are promoting a concert of heavy hitters. Glorilla. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the young lady's personal life. I've heard several songs. I think she's a dope artist. But I do think she comes with a lot of masculine energy, let's say, just for ladies that say you a mother. So in 2023, where do you think the Martin Luther King dream speech, what do you think we could reach or dig from that ancestor, dig from that elder? Where do you think that has gotten us, or where do you think it has helped gotten us where we at today? Is it relevant? Is it
People,
relevant? That's what I'm saying. I'm asking. Is it relevant?
I'm gonna tell you where you start. Is we damages because people said it's taken from us. Now I'm gonna give you a little story what I know about Glorilla. That FNN that she that's one of the hottest songs ever. It's ever gonna be. She ain't getting paid off none of that shit. You feel me? But she not tripping off none of that shit because she had to take a big old L. You know what I'm saying? Versus keeping that money plus she has success. So they done took that whole song that I don't care what you say or what nobody do. All these spins going around. Every time she rap everything, she ain't getting paid. Only time and do what she do best. You know, now the other song will call it B, she getting paid. The rest of the song, she getting her out there. But now she coming hard because people didn't believe in her and they took her shit. Didn't want to keep her down. But now guess what? Guess what? She kept moving through faith in somebody in her, and now she still come with that same energy. But guess what? She closed that other door to the point to handle her business. And the way she coming, I ain't mad at her. Overall, like people gotta stop taking. People got stop taking from. If you gonna help somebody get, you shouldn't have a handout. You shouldn't have a handout. You know, if you say don't come bringing a table, but steal all the food, how we gonna eat?
I can dig that, man. Appreciate that insight too. And you was breaking up a little bit too, man. So
Oh,
yeah, but
oh
like
yeah,
most of yeah, but it's
yeah.
probably
My little iPhone.
man, boy, these I just had to get me a new one. Boy, these mugs, they want to rip you off when they get you here. They want to charge you $1,000, don't even give you no case. Ain't that
Yeah,
so? Then they make it where you need the Bluetooth, all type of stuff, man.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Before I pay $1,000 for a phone, I go buy 10. Before
I can dig
I
it.
pay, yeah. So you
Hey,
know,
you
what
gotta
I
know
got,
your
Hallelujah.
manners.
it's give it.
Hey,
Real
but
shit.
like I
What's
keep
going on, Jen?
reiterating.
ID Jen, what's going on? You sit back. What's going on? B Code,
I was just laying
RPB
back.
Code gone. RPB Code gone. For
I
those
know.
who know,
I know.
you feel me? They
I
had the
know.
little memorial yesterday. Come on now, get with it.
Yeah, I missed it. I missed it. I know.
Yeah, I know. You busy. You getting money.
Well,
Hey man,
it wasn't I was getting money. I was getting ready to go out there and some other things came up. But I'll make the funeral though, for sure.
Yeah,
all right, there you go. Get a farewells. There's too much going on
that's
when like somebody gets killed or somebody gets taken away from us. You know, Marcus Garvey said, what Bob Marley said, how long shall they kill our prophets? Why we stand
yes, sir.
around and look? You hear me?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
man, it's a shame that we still, as much as we have been in the music industry, this is the disconnection between the elders and the youth, and they're struggling in hip hop, and our youth is getting killed, murdered, exploited for their masters. There's no way, with all of our knowledge as African American people in the music industry, that we should allow our people to get deals like that. Like you was just talking about that hot song where she not even making no money off of that. You hear me? These are
And
legal deals. These
but
are
then too, I'm not bashing. The thing is, another thing people got to start opinion. Yeah, just because you saying she not getting money for that song and it's his booming, I'm not saying she did anything wrong. I'm saying that she's still holding strong. Like she still believes moving faith. I'm between when you
she
say
popping.
what can we
She
change?
popping.
What can we change? Yeah, we working this for people to stop taking from us, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, and we can have a better life.
And
Niggas
that's
can move
why
out the hood.
I
Niggas
think
can move out the hood. Niggas can.
the Martin Luther King dream was that more damaging and derogative to the African American community because we measure success as moving away from our people. You know, I made it, or so the economics is messed up in a community, and a beggar nation can never rise to its full potential. Like I said, they're saying we're the biggest consumers, so we're not at the invest. Like Kanye West, this is what I would have did. I'm gonna use Kanye West because he's another iconic figure, if not bigger than Martin Luther King, but you know, because the music has the potential to take you across the world. You know, versus it takes you across language barriers, music, especially African American music. It's the most plagiarized music in the world, along with our culture. But with that being said, man, that's why I was more derogative to the music because we can allow these big companies to come in. You can allow corporate America to come in and exploit all the natural resources. And then you have a community where their resources, it's like we're watering everybody else's garden and we're neglecting our garden and we're complaining about the weeds, but we watering everybody else's garden. We turning over the soil in everybody else's garden. You hear me? We giving their garden sufficient sunlight, sufficient water. And we not even looking at our garden. Look, it got weed, the garden's looking all messed up. You hear me? That's what we sit up here. So we got to start having some serious conversations. That's why I say the fact in the matter of the speech is the Martin Luther King dream speech is exactly what that is. They sold us a dream. It's a false illusion of freedom. That we're not in a position that we're in, a submissive position, a slavery position, to where the point, they're saying people is getting hung. See, that's why I like the rap music, because these same people, we're free. It's everybody's hallucinating. That's my little piece, though, man. So,
Show hit it on the head, man. I'm gonna let Jen speak. Definitely get on that. But hey, big shit, bro. Shout out to Glorilla. That lady God has made one of the hottest songs that have hit the world in what people would call her ratchet state. You know, she dancing in the headlights, twerking on them headlights. Shit, hey, squad business. Hey, let's go, let's get it. Hey, real talk. Hey, I gotta get a goddess. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We gotta give the goddess her flowers while she here. No doubt about that. I don't ever want people to think that's what's taking place, because whatever it is, we keep getting taken from. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you made one hit that did this. Now we're gonna take everything from that, do it again. You're gonna get paid this time, though. And then they say
that's good. Now, she did what you said, but what can we say? What can I say about her? She kept going, and no matter, it's just like a relationship. Somebody believe in you. Somebody believe in you. You feel me? No matter what you do, if somebody takes something from me tomorrow, get 3 people online, one of y'all believe in me. And you know what I'm saying? And I got a relationship with Dirty. I got a relationship with ID. You know what I'm saying? Every one of y'all, every year, tell me something for me. Cause guess what? Y'all believe in me. You feel me? Just like how much I believe in y'all. So that's right there. Now, all that said in that dream shit, it's believing in people now. Dream, I ain't got a dream. I respect the history. I respect Martin Luther King. I respect what he tried to do. I don't know too much of him versus what the school done taught me, and they ain't gonna spit this shit.
Let me give you the secret on the dream. Let me give you the secret. Hey, this is like the book, The Secret tonight. We gonna give the secret of the dream. Hey, bro, when you dream, how he came up with his poetry. When you dream, you literally down boot, like you plugged into the matrix, you plug out. You can go leave yourself clues when you go to sleep of what's real. You can go do all kind of shit in a dream or in a state of subconscious reality, as we call it. The conscious mind is what we see, we conscious of right now. You close your eyes, breathe a certain way, you can see like totally different. So when I speak on the concept of the dream, was did that man at a certain point when he was living and he knew he was gonna die, he knew these might be the last things he say. You walk up on a stage and you say, damn, bro, this could be the last speech I have. Like people don't say it, Malcolm X, for surely, right before he died, he had already said, and Malcolm, they both had said similar things they knew those times was coming. So if you think, man, it's the last podcast I'm gonna do tonight, you know, this is gonna be the realest shit I ever said. Yeah, bro. Like, so it depending on how we think or we look at a dream, you could plant the seeds for that dream to be reality. It might not even be for you. You might say, man, I'm gonna do this for my kids, and then it might even not even be your kids that develop from them seeds you plant. You know, so we do got to change the condition and our mental state of the way we think. If we're gonna change, well, our dreams are gonna become visible. Like, were they gonna become reality? Because I do look at it and say, I agree with everything everybody said on the panel tonight. Marcus Garvey, we got to go look that man up. Shaka Zulu, go look that man up. Simeon Toko, go look that man up. You know, it's not too many people know about Simeon Toko. You know, they just say he disappeared in the late 80s, an African avatar, as they called him. They got pictures of this man being cut open and all his insides coming back in together after they cut him open. Pictures of it. You talking about a military. So when we talk about it, God body, Drake, God, what's with you? But man, when we look at it,
true.
Yeah, we got it. Hey, there's a lot of people we got to look more into, because we studying this one day and respecting one person. where there's billions of people on this planet. So that tells you there's billions of stars, or if not millions at least. At least they say 444,000 are gonna go to another planet. They're gonna come get picked up, by Nibiru. So hey, it's at least a couple 100,000 of starlights, star children on this planet. We got to focus on waking them up for real.
Hey, man,
it's bigger than the holidays.
Real shit. Shout out to Charity Salazar. Martin Luther King's dream will continue to be a dream until we wake up and understand no one can change our condition except us. That's absolute truth there, because we've been told we believe in the God within being within the book, or the Quran within in the book, but we don't believe within the God sphere of within ourselves to change our situation. These people aren't going to stop oppressing you or doing whatever to you, exploiting you. If we don't see nothing the matter with our current situation, the people that are exploiting us won't see anything the matter with it. So some point anger is good, but it's to some point where anger, most people become pessimistic with their anger. They can't turn it to desire. And some people got to be angry to do what they're supposed to be doing. Some people are already naturally doing what they're supposed to be doing. All constant New Year's resolutions. New Year's going to be better than the last year. Or, hey, man, you should always be striving to be the greatest version of yourself, building the temple of perfected man or perfected woman. So community-based organizations, networking with people. This is the war taxes that they got going. The social media thing, they're dividing everybody. Money is a big deal. Economics is a big, major problem in African-American community, because they say we're the biggest consumers on the planet. That means we're not profiting from our labor. Imagine where Budweiser would be if they weren't profiting from their production centers or their distribution centers. Any court, we have to see ourselves as a unit of people. This is indoctrination. We have an overwhelming desire to be an individual. I'm different than you. I'm different than you. I'm different than you. No, we the same. You see, this is why they say the importance of nationality and us calling ourselves Black and calling ourselves African Americans, because the constitutional rights proclaims for every man to proclaim his nationality as well as his religion. So we're wondering why we're getting treated still today like 3/5 of a human, because we won't come together. I don't care what we call ourselves. As long as we got 100,000 people or 1 million people down in DC, this is what we're going to call ourselves. So we have the resources to take care of ourselves, but not the mentality. It's all kinds of vices that we got. We got gambling. People gamble. People got drug addictions, sex addictions. It's all type of vices that's going to keep us narrative, man. So we got to find that within each other. It's people, women, is destructive. Man, what motherfucking woman walked up to me, punched me in my shit last night. Wow, you hear me? Yeah, man, we everybody's angry. You know what I mean? And we got to find that nirvana, that peace. We got to find that it's within. If I'm naturally an unhappy person, it's nothing you can do to comfort me. You know what I mean? Because I'm naturally unhappy. So we got to find that power and strength within ourselves to become better in these also troublesome times. But I'm long-winded. Don't let me get y'all better jump in there. I'll get on this motherfucker.
How did you gonna get in there, man? Hey, Dirty Mac, man. How did we go from Martin Luther King's dream? Martin Luther King's dream to 2023, a girl beat the brakes off you, man.
Oh, we talking about a dream speech. You heard me?
I'm saying
about a dream speech.
Hold on, when she put that powder on her hair, it did like this.
Yeah.
What was the dream? God damn, ain't that some shit? Nah, hey, man, like for real.
I don't know.
IDGN, what's up, bro? I know you got something to do. Close us out with, for real.
Nah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Let y'all close it out. So you, Show, and Dirty. If Keiki had a dream, what would be your dream? If Dirty had a dream, what would be your dream? If Show had a dream, what would be your dream? So Keiki, tell about what your dream would be if you was in Martin Luther King position doing that speech. So I'm Keiki, I had a dream, and y'all
Right.
carry on like that.
If I had a dream, I'm gonna start with this word, spiral or 360. If I had a dream, I would dream that everybody knew the importance of spiral, where the word spiritual comes from, or the 360 term. The fact that you know that others' life depends on you leading your life or you living your life how it was intended to live. You know, the bees and ants, the spiders, the deer, the wolf, the whale, all of these motherfuckers are interdependent on each other. If you wipe out one species, they have already proved this. There are certain insects or certain animals that become extinct, and then there's certain plants that don't grow because of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're all interdependent on each other. So, you know, at some point, if this planet that we lives on, if the children killing the parents now, you know, there's an over gangsterized society. Like, you know what I'm saying? You tell the children, no, you can't have this because eggs $6 now. You know, it was just on the news. Eggs over $6 or something.
Nah,
you know,
they ate
see that dude. Hey, big ups the show. See, he's
That's
staying
even
at
worse.
8. Square business. Square business. Yeah.
I came so expensive, man. I just came from Sam's.
Here we go.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So I'm saying so with the price on everything going, we're gonna have to realize if it was my dream, I would hope that at some point I would dream that we could be in contact with the people who survived on the land before we were treated like domesticated animals. You know, we domesticated. We got to live in the house. We don't know how to plant food. We have zero survival skills, 100% total dependence on the governance, you know, on being governmented. We can't plant our own food. We have to pay taxes on houses and land that we would never own if our grandparents owned the land. There is a 360 dependent on the land and the earth and the universe that we are connected with. So if I had a dream, my dream would be we would be back in that circle of survival instead of living off you don't have money yet. You're not a millionaire yet. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these words are based on yet. Or if it can happen, can you come into the realization that whatever you think consistently becomes your reality? So if you think, damn, people are always doing me wrong, man, this shit's fucked up. It's always something going bad. Guess what you're gonna draw to you? You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point where if you focus on, damn, look how fine she is. Look at this, and that. You're gonna see you done wasted your whole life chasing your goddamn tail. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's several different synopses. So what I would say is let's get out of that 360. If my dream was we would get back on that 360, not the hamster wheel, the 360, the spiral of life. Yo, and I don't know, man. You know, y'all pick people. How y'all would go with that?
I appreciate that insight, man. My dream would be just for something that's easily obtainable in our lifespan. I'm gonna talk to the African American queens, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our cousins, and as well as our lovers. African American, we have to get control of African American economics. This is dire to our survival. Like I said, where would Budweiser be or Walmart if they didn't profit off of their production and distribution centers? So let's use the African American hair as example, which is only our sisters, you know, mostly buying this, mostly buying. We should own and operate that industry. African American women should own and operate that industry. We have this one. Why do we let other people come and exploit us like that? In closing.
So Dirty, your closing statement. I don't mean to jump back in, but goddamn. So your closing statement would be that the Nubian woman gets control of her fake hair.
100%.
Her
She spends
Brazil.
100% money on it. It's African American dollars.
That's your
Yes.
dream. That's your dream, is that everything they add to their hair or face, they own it. That's your dream
No,
in 2023.
I said something that was obtainable.
Hey,
I
real
don't think the
talk.
sisters that
No, I agree
I
with
like
you.
my women to have natural hair.
Real
But
talk.
our sisters, they have been taught this natural European image of beauty, where they're straightening their hair, so they're looking in the mirror and they see their hair and they don't like the image of their hair, so they teach the men that as well. Men get haircuts. We cutting our shit off bald, and we turn it into a style. Bald fades.
Hey, that white hair do be attractive, though, don't it? What about the blonde hair, the red hair, blue hair? Which one you think?
Hey, all I know is it's 100% of African American dollars, and we need to get all of that. You hear me?
Real talk.
Yeah, billions,
Real
yearly,
talk.
billions. Yeah, you know what that should be. That's money in your pocket, your pocket, your pocket. Our family, our neighborhood. So our neighborhoods won't have the weeds and shit. Our neighborhoods can have roses in pretty schools, in pretty neighborhoods, in pretty parks. You hear me? Low violence. Because the money is circulating in the community and not going to others' community. Yeah, that's a dream of mine, to get control of our dollars. Yeah.
Real shit. So, Jen, man, what y'all talking about? Shall dream
Hey, so
2023.
So what's your dream that you have in mind?
Man, yeah, no.
So said, man, I'm a motherfucking pimp, man.
I'm gonna say it ain't even a dream. It ain't even a dream. It's for me to continue on showing people how, man. My name show how others win. I ain't even got a dream, man. And that dream, it ain't even a dream. See, I'm living through faith every day. So why have a dream if I'm living through faith? Well, how to win, you know what I'm saying? Even through other people. I can't stop. I don't want to change. Sometimes that's might not be a good thing. You feel? I'm glad the way the world going the way it's going right. Doing that, it was a blessing for me to even look at my phone to see y'all guys on here, for me to pop up and enjoy doing what I'm doing, cooking. Plus, I have my family. Plus, I got other stuff. So just left. Just got done having family time with them, and it just feel blessed to be a part of this. So me, a dream. I just appreciate everybody doing it. I'm gonna continue on showing people how to win.
Ain't that it? Stay in it to win it, man. We appreciate y'all pulling up, messing around. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all pulling up and y'all messing with us. ID, you got something? Hey.
Hey, man, y'all summed it up.
Hey.
How my part of little show say? Say less.
Say
Real
less.
shit.
Happy MLK Day.